May I come in, sir?
Please come.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. Please sit.
Thank you, sir.
You're already in defense accounts.
Yes, sir.
If I say that Calcutta is a very dirty city, will you agree?
Sir, prima facie, I won't agree with the fact that it is a dirty city, as because in the Niti Aayog's list of Swachh Sarvekshan survey, the city is not in one of the dirtiest city, and there's also a very good waste management system present in the city by the Kolkata Municipal Corporation.
What waste management are you talking about?
So there are a number of measures taken by the municipal corporation, which includes compactors and segregation of waste at a part of the municipal corporation. But still, there are some scope for improvement, like waste segregation at source is not being done at present on a wide level. So there are a number of improvements and scope to increase the.
There were a lot of tanneries in Calcutta, leather tanneries. Later, they were all shifted out. Where to?
Sir, largely the tanneries were concentrated in the city of Kanpur.
In Calcutta.
And sir, so in Calcutta also it has been concentrated to the region called Leather Complex in southeast part of Calcutta. So
They were shifted to the leather complex from a part of Calcutta where there were a lot of tanneries. Which part was that? Leather complex came up later to shift the tanneries.
yes, sir.
Where were the tanneries earlier? In Calcutta.
Sir, I am not well aware about the fact that.
You belong to Calcutta?
Yes, sir. I am from Kolkata, Calcutta only.
Didn't Tangra have tanneries?
Sir, I am not much aware about the tanneries in Tangra.
So how come you are not aware of your own city?
Maybe, sir, it is a thing of a bit past, and I was not present at that moment. So, but presently, I am aware of the fact that the leather complex is there in place called Bantala.
Yeah, that came later to shift the tanneries out of Tangra.
Yes, sir.
Why is Urdu regarded as a beautiful language? What's so special about Urdu?
Sir, the very genesis of the language Urdu, it is a mixed language, as it is called the makhloot. It contains the words from different languages. Like it has the elements of Hindi, Sanskrit, Persian, Arabic, and the dialects also. The dialects of the Urdu language also consist different dialects like Braj Bhasha, Khadi Boli, Hindustani. So, being a very mixed language and taking the beautiful things from different languages, that is why it gives rise to a language which contains the beauty of all the languages.
Do we need a separate defense accounts? Is it a department under the Ministry of Defense or is it a directorate?
Sir, the Department of Defense Accounts Department is under Ministry of Defense. There are 5 departments under Ministry of Defense.
Which 5?
The 5 includes Department of Defense, Departments of Defense Research and Development, Department of Military Affairs, Department for Welfare of Ex-Servicemen, and Department of Research and Development. These are the 5 departments.
What about Department of Defense Production?
Sir, there are Department of Defense Productions is there and Department of Defense Research and Development. These are the 2. Then one is Military Affairs, one is Welfare for Ex-Servicemen, and the last one under which Defense Accounts Department come, it is Department of Defense, DOD.
Isn't the Department of Military Affairs overlapping with the Department of Defense?
Sir, it is not overlapping. For instance, Department of Military Affairs has been created.
As far as I know, that in the allocation of business rules, certain business was taken away from the Department of Defense and given to the Department of Military Affairs. What was the point?
Sir, as I'm undergoing training as a probationer of Indian Defense Account Service, so we have been acquainted with the fact that earlier what used to be the case that those from the armed forces, they any of their suggestions or any of their communications with the Raksha Mantri was through the same procedure and channels as it is used to be from any other source, like a common citizen filing a letter or giving a petition to the Ministry of Defense. It is treated same as any other
Are
petition
you
from.
sure of this?
Pardon?
Are you sure of this?
Sir, we have in the training, we have been said like that. So, in order to have like a Department of Military Affairs is headed by 4-star general.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Why Indian Aviation, various aircraft users, I mean aeroplane users, like they are all buying Jumbos and Boeing from abroad. Which one is better, Boeing or France aircrafts are better, or US made aircrafts are better?
Sir, as far as the aircrafts are concerned, it has a plethora of functions to perform. Specifically talking about the Indian defense sector, the aircrafts are imported from a number of countries.
We are not talking a commercial aircraft.
Sir, as far as the commercial aircrafts are concerned, there are a number of aircrafts like Boeing 737 is one of the leading aircraft used by our airliners.
Okay, defense you want to talk about. Defense, what is happening?
Sir, in the aspect of defense, the different aircrafts from different countries includes like Embraer, it is from Brazil for air reconnaissance and early warning system. Then we have imported recently Rafale aircraft from which are having origin in the France, Dassault
Okay,
Aviation.
okay, that's good enough. Russia used recently a missile made from North Korea, manufactured, finally assembled from North Korea, having 75 parts made from different US companies. These statement, what all inferences you can derive? At least 3, 4.
Sir, firstly, it highlights that in the case of a long-standing war, a long protracted war, in which Russia is involved, nearly we have seen the second anniversary of the Ukraine-Russia war. So it needs support from other countries also. For its
Okay,
ammunitions,
one
firstly.
needs support from other countries.
Secondly, as far as the defense sector is concerned, the export of the materials from different countries, it cannot be restricted in such a way that it cannot be used for defense purposes. For example, we are having conventions for blocking the exports of dual use
Don't
technology.
make elaborate inferences.
Okay, sir. So second one is that since 75% of the part is from USA, but still it has been assembled.
75%.
Yes, sir. So it has been assembled by North Korea and used by Ukraine. So it highlights the fact that how maybe the origin of the
Okay, you
weapon
think you are not getting. De-dollarization, what does it mean?
Sir, in the present day global economics, dollar is the main main currency which is being used for international trade. So there has been efforts by different countries to reduce that monopoly of dollar in international trade, and that is being termed as de-dollarization.
Who has made it first? Which country has made de-dollarization prominent?
Sir, I am not well aware of the fact that who has made it first, but there has been efforts by different countries.
Okay, so any country can trade with its own currency. Is that so?
Sir,
We can trade, India can trade with Indian rupee, INR, with wherever we want to buy whatever. And we can take their currency, whatever they give.
Sir, as far as I am aware, it has not been the case.
No, I am not talking about you are aware. Rationality, you use your logic.
But sir, we have not been able to do that. For example, in the case of our oil trade with Iran, they agreed.
Okay, you think of your city of joy. If you want to make it a manufacturing hub, defense manufacturing hub, which place you will choose and why?
Sir, for the defense manufacturing development, I would choose a region a bit away from the city of Kolkata. Firstly, because for
That is okay.
okay,
1 point is okay.
okay, sir.
Second,
Secondly, there needs to be government active government support and also private investment and private involvement in development.
necessarily it should be government area or it cannot be private
Sir,
defense.
government should be
Defense
involved.
privatization is not there.
Sir, government involvement should be in
Okay,
such. Yes, sir.
you think go.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Burhan,
Yes, sir.
who has made biggest influence in your life?
Sir, I would say my mother has the biggest influence on my life.
Okay, not your father.
He has also a profound effect on my life, but if I have to name one, so I would choose.
What was the major influence on you from your mother's side?
Sir, it is the values which I have inherited and my upbringing, uh, the of what is right and wrong, the ethics and morals. It has been most. I am influenced by mother, so it is the thing which I always cherish. That to differentiate between the good and the bad, the right and the wrong. It has been imbibed in me by my mother.
Okay, good. Do you think secularism is also a good economics?
Sir, I am not getting the question. Can please?
Like we said, good economics is a bad politics. Similarly, there is a statement like secularism can also be a good economics. Okay.
I cannot say anything about
Okay,
this.
no issue. Leave it. What is the present status of Byju's, the company, edutech company? What is the latest position on that?
Sir, for a certain period of time, the company is not in good shape.
Okay.
And recently, there has been a news that the board of governors were voting to vote out the chairman, uh, the current chairman of the Byju's. So it shows that it also focuses that the corporate governance in the company is not up to the mark, and it has failed in that
Have
sphere.
they done something to revive the company? Recently, they did something.
Sir, I am not aware exactly about that
Any
company.
right issue? They have something you read about? No.
No, sir, I have not followed that part.
Okay. What is this mind games? That term is being used by our external affairs minister. What do you understand by mind games?
Sir, mind game refers to psychological warfare, like how the perception management, how it is being, whatever the essence of anything being, but what the perception is being showed to the world. That plays an important part in different aspects of life, including international relations, and
So he said something that China plays this mind game. What does it mean? How does China play mind games?
such China focuses on many policies which are based on mind games. For example, many of the recent issues related to India only, like the Doklam crisis, the Galwan incident.
So what is the mind game in that?
So in this case, China, in order to contain India's reach towards the West, the Indo-Pacific region, and the increasing strategic partnership between India and the Western countries, China is more focusing on containing India in the border areas. Like if kind of creating, if you go there, we will have something to do with the border areas. So it is a mind game that India should not go too much close to the West. So that is a mind game. Um, and also in the context of other countries, like in the case of Taiwan, China is having patrol over the Taiwanese island, so that they don't go, they should toe the line of the Chinese and not do independently foreign policies.
Okay, our defense secretary also made a statement about China bully. Have you read that statement?
Sir, I have not read that. Maybe I have skipped it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Mohammed Burhan. Now tell me, what is the process of impeachment of a justice of the High Court?
Sir, the impeachment process of a justice of a high court is same as that of a Supreme Court judge. That a resolution is to be brought in any of the House of the Parliament, and then it will be passed by two-thirds of the majority of the present and voting. Then a notice will be given to the concerned judge, and the committee will be formed, which will the next house, whichever it will be, they will form a committee, and they will inquire into it whether the uh, uh, whether or whatever the allegations are being made, whether they're true or not, and then the other house will also pass that resolution with a two-third majority, same as that in the first house, and then the president will declare that judge as impeached.
What was the last time a judge was impeached and who was he?
Sir, in my opinion, no judge has ever been impeached. There has been resolutions, but no one has been impeached till now.
Okay. Can you tell me something about the Battle of Plassey and what it changed?
So the battle happened in the year 1757, and it has great ramifications. Firstly, it gave a base to the British East India Company in the India. That it opened Bengal as it opened the Bengal. Uh, it made British East India Company as the sole owner of the Bengal, and from there it expanded to different part of the country. Secondly, uh, that it also showed that how a divided India or Indian rulers can be a reason for the success of foreign powers, because they were not that much influential, but their strength comes from the Indians only. And thirdly, it also shows that the nature of a British occupation of Indian territories, which was based on the policy of divide and rule among themselves. They found the fault lines, and then they made
Okay.
brothers fight each other.
Good. Who was the Nawab who was defeated? You missed out on him.
Sir, at that time, Nawab was Sirajuddaula.
Okay. You read and you're fond of reading Urdu poetry, you said.
sir.
What's the difference between a ghazal and a nazm?
Sir, in the case of a ghazal, the different couplets are having different meanings, and they are not linked to each other. But in the case of nazm, it has one theme, and all the couplets which are being used in the nazm, they are having the same thing, and they are uh, in a thread form. So
That's the rekhta definition you've given me. So tell me, but what about the beher and the kafi and the ridi? What are these things? Whether they are there in both of them or only in one form?
the Radif and Kafiya in both in the case of Ghazal and Nazm, it will be present there, except in the case of one kind of a Nazm which are called Azad Nazm. They don't have the Radif and Kafiya, and they also have a different structure. So, except barring the Azad Nazm, the other Nazms and Ghazals have both Radif and Kafiya.
Okay. Now, how can you use artificial intelligence in aerospace engineering?
Sir, it can be used in a number of ways.
Okay.
Firstly, in the aerospace manufacturing, artificial intelligence can be used along with automation and other emerging technologies. Secondly, simulation in the case of aerospace engineering is a very important aspect. Like being so in that case, simulation of aerospace, uh, different cases like aerodynamics and flight dynamics. These aspects can be tested using artificial intelligence. These are the two things I think it has a.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mohammed Burhan,
Yes, sir.
what is the supersonic speed?
Sir, supersonic speed refers to the speed greater than the speed of sound.
What is it?
And it is greater than Mach, like the ratio of the speed to the speed of sound is called as Mach number. So it exceeds from Mach 1 to Mach 5.
So what is it in terms of kilometer per hour?
Sir, at normal standard temperature and pressure, the speed of sound is 332 meter per second. So it will be greater than that.
332 meter per second. In terms of kilometer per hour?
Sir, for
So
that,
1300.
yes, sir, we have to like multiply it.
So do you think there is a future for supersonic planes, aircrafts, and for civilian use?
Sir, for military purpose, we are already having supersonic
Military purpose we already have. That is why I chose my words carefully. For commercial civilian use, do you think supersonic aircrafts can be successful or will be successful?
Sir, as the science is developing, so there is possibility of everything. Science is the possibility of unknown. But what the impediments which are lies in this way is the supersonic aircrafts are function on a different basis. So they function on the basis of vorticity. As
On the basis?
vorticity differential. They have a delta wing, but in the case of normal aircrafts, they are based on the Bernoulli's principle, the change in the air pressure. So if we see that in the case of supersonic aircrafts, the setting capacity is very less. So if we have to have a civilian aircraft for
But are you aware that there has been a civilian supersonic aircraft already used? Do you know?
no, sir, I'm not
What
aware
was
about
it called?
I am not aware about it, sir. Like,
You're not aware.
supersonic aircraft.
It was in use for almost 35 or more than 35 years, and then it was discontinued.
Concorde.
Concord?
Concord.
Okay. If you don't, better you should know. I mean,
I will update myself.
keep
Thank you.
updating yourself. Okay. You know, would you say that per capita income in West Bengal is more than that of Bangladesh?
Sir, the per capita income of Bangladesh is more.
Is more.
Yes, sir.
So why is it that a huge number of Bangladeshi uh, people are found all the way up to Maharashtra, and also in Delhi you find so many Bangladeshi, especially the kind of household help and other things. Why does this happen?
Sir, there have been a number of factors. Firstly, the persecution of people belonging to different political parties. If they are persecuted, they want to find a way in other countries in order to escape that persecution. Secondly, the distribution of wealth and resources is not being homogeneous and uniform across the.
But should we allow this kind of illegal migration that is happening, and it is happening in massive scale, on a massive scale? Who is at fault? What should be done?
Sir, we are not in favor of this kind of migration. That is
Who
why-
we? When you
Sir,
say
the,
we,
the Indian state.
Indian state.
Yes,
But I'm talking of West Bengal, because most of the migration happens through West Bengal.
Sir, but the function of guarding the borders with with Bangladesh is being managed by the border security forces. And also we are having the issue of a porous border across because sometimes back till recently we did not have the properly fenced border with the Bangladesh. So that also paves up the way for illegal migration from Bangladesh into India.
Do you know what is the land border length of Bangladesh and India?
Sir, it is nearly 4,050
Plus,
kilometers,
yes.
of which nearly 2,200 is being shared by West Bengal only.
Correct. And out of this 4,000 plus kilometers, how many kilometers have been fenced?
Sir, as per the Comprehensive Integrated Border Management System, the CIBMS, we are having a smart fencing system.
Yeah, how many kilometers have been fenced?
Sir, I am not aware about the exact kilometers, but most of the. Okay, thank you, sir.
How much did you score in your UPSC interview when you got defense accounts?
Sir, it was 171.
171. Happy?
Sir, there is still scope for improvement.
That was the only UPSC interview?
No, sir, I have given two more.
Two more. What were the marks?
Once it was 162 and in another it was 171.
So in two you got 171.
Yes, sir.
And one you got 160
162.
something. When's your interview this time?
Sir, 29th of this month.
Almost there.
Yes, sir.
Given any more mocks?
Yes, sir, I have given before.
How many?
4, I think.
Any feedback?
Sir, mostly it was related to updating myself regarding the current issues.
After 3 UPSC interviews, you actually think you need more mocks?
Sir, mostly I think that I need more updating myself with the current things, which I have not been. Maybe I missed
All right.
somewhere.
How do you rate this interview? How did it go?
I would rate it average.
Will you get more than 171?
I will try, but
What do you think in this one? Do you believe in this one you would have got more than 171?
maybe around 171 only.
How come you are fixed at 171?
And that's I don't know also.
All right. Why your hands fixed on your knees? Is that your natural posture?
Sir, like I place it this way only.
You are comfortable?
Yes, sir. No issue.
Nothing much to say. Do your shoes and socks match the rest of your clothes?
No, sir. Like I will change it for the actual interview.
All right, all right. I find you pretty good.
Thank you, sir.
You are well spoken. You are smart. Your hands I found very stiff, but if this is your natural posture, I really have
Like
nothing
a
much to
bit
say.
issue with the chair also. Like
Fair enough,
it's very
fair enough.
very close to it.
About Calcutta, I thought you should know a bit more because leather tannery pollution was one of the biggest issues in Calcutta.
Okay, sir.
And that's why the leather complex at Bantala was
Yes,
created.
sir.
A broad understanding of the Ministry of Defense would have helped. You are only a probationer, so nobody is expecting you to have in-depth knowledge.
Okay, sir.
But what happened was when I was asking you questions, in between you said, I don't know because I'm only a probationer.
Okay.
Then again you started answering.
Okay, sir.
So either you stick to that I'm a probationer, I don't know anything beyond that. But don't bring it in between. After you had answered quite a bit of it, then when I asked you something further, you said, I'm only a
Okay, sir.
probationer.
Okay, sir.
Then again you started saying something. So stick to what you said, you are a probationer, you're not expected to know.
Sure, sir.
And before you started answering questions on Ministry of Defense, you could have said that because I'm a probationer, I might not know the full details and then start answering.
Okay, sir.
Agreed?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
BYJU'S is major current affairs, including today. It's a huge lesson in corporate misgovernance, government oversight, etc., etc. So I would have expected that you knew. Were you confusing somewhere in between the Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar?
Like I think the implications were more or less same. Like that was the last hurdle of the Battle of Buxar, but still Battle of Plassey was also a significant one.
Were you a bit confused or were you very clear in what you were saying?
Like I think, sir, I was clear at that point.
You could have a look at Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar and the Treaty of Allahabad to get. Bangladesh migration, one of the major issues with Bangladesh migration is it's very hard to distinguish between a Bengali from this side and a Bengali from that side, correct?
Yes, sir.
I find you very good, but I want you to be a bit more updated on your depth, especially your own city, because Calcutta has been in the news for some reason or the other.
Sure, sir.
Either it's the politics of Calcutta. There was a recent survey where 10 dirtiest cities of India, over 10 lakh population, were all in Bengal, including Calcutta.
Yes, sir.
Calcutta, the culture of Calcutta being the British capital, being your hometown,
Yes, sir.
be a bit more sure about it. Minister of Defense, as I told you, the mistake that I want to repeat myself. After answering quite a bit, you said, I'm only a probationer. Then again, you started saying something. In the main interview, if that question comes, say it right in the beginning. That, sir, I'm only a probationer, so this is what I know.
Sure, sir.
So that nobody goes on and on.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Manoj, you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, in the last 2 or 3 interviews that you have taken, was this the normal way of your behavior or voice level or attitude towards the panel? Or did you make some change in the last 3-4 years?
Like mostly,
Mostly
I
like
find
this?
myself,
Your voice level is also like that only?
sir. I don't know like what you are finding my voice level, but traditionally I've been said that I am a bit low. I have low voice.
Okay. Perhaps that is the reason why you are not able to go beyond 171. Because your whole personality, because of your low level and this, does not show, a confidence level worth more than 171. Let's put it that way.
Okay, sir.
You have to be little more forceful. When I speak, do you find some kind of passion or force or
Energy in it.
energy in it?
Yes.
That lack of energy is very palpable in your whole personality.
Sir, is it because of the voice only?
Most prominently voice level. And then because of low voice level, when you speak, especially a longer sentences or longer answer, and it looks like a monotone.
Okay, sir.
Absolutely shorn of passion or energy or anything. Perhaps that is the key that you should unlock.
Sir, like most of the time, what I think, like if I raise my voice, it may seem a bit arrogant or.
Do I look like arrogant when I
So
speak
you
like
are
this?
not, obviously.
No, I'm saying the voice level high does not mean arrogance. It means you're sure of yourself, what you're saying, and you want to put your point forward with a passion, with some energy.
Okay, sir.
So don't be scared of speaking with more energy, and see, I think you will do much better if you keep that in mind.
Thank you, sir.
All right? All the best.
Do you have any questions?
So, sir, one question regarding the voice only. Should I increase my voice from this
See,
level?
for you, the time is a bit short.
Yes,
So don't try to artificially do things.
Okay, sir.
If you can raise it a bit, well and good. Otherwise, let's continue and read the comment feedback that we'll give in writing. You'll get it outside.
Sure, sir.
Try to just tap about it.
Yes.
Anything else?
Nothing, sir.
All the
Thank
best.
you. Thank
All
you,
the
sir.
best.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
अभी भी आप हैं?